Welcome back, guys. If you were a part of the live Q&A, thanks for an awesome live Q&A and welcome to the the second Gearbox. So if some of you don't know what this is, I can't do gear giveaways anymore. So I decided to switch things up. And since I do so many videos about gear, you guys always have so many questions about hiking gear, I figured I would make a little thing called the Gearbox, where every month after the live Q&As, if you are a level 3 and up patron, we sit down for about 30 minutes and talk about some of the new gear that I'm testing in the field, maybe some certain gear that I've used in the past. You guys just picking my brain about gear, tents, backpacks, shoes, camera gear. If you guys have any questions about camera gear, I'm always willing to ask those questions and then just kind of give you guys a sneak peek of some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing videos on in the future, some of the stuff I'm currently using in the field, some of the stuff that companies randomly send to me. So that is the Gearbox. Welcome everybody. Just to make sure that you guys can hear me and see me, because I know we had a couple video dropouts on the live Q&A. Let me know over here in the comment box that you can see me and hear me loud and clear. Let me know, and we will start talking about some gear, some of the stuff that I'll be using in Scotland. A couple pieces of random gear that I just picked up. I'm going to say the word gear a lot tonight, so keep that in mind. Again, let me know if you guys can hear me and see me. Hopefully you can. And okay, Kendra says good. You can hear me. Excellent. My live stream health, as it's called, says I'm all good. So hopefully you guys are all good too. So, because I'm still in the middle of my Arizona Trail videos, of my video series, I will not be doing a gear list, a video of my pack list for Scotland until I get back. So you guys won't actually see that, and this time I'm going to be doing a post gear video. So instead of what I typically do, I do a pre-video and show you what I'm going to be taking. This time I'm going to do a post video, show you what I took, what worked for me, and what didn't. But since you guys are here now before I go to Scotland and I got all my stuff dialed down, I figured that I would go through some of the gear that I'm going to be taking to Scotland for you guys live before anybody else gets to see it. So, the pack that I'm going to be taking to Scotland is a pack that I've actually used in the past, except for it's a little bit different, and that is the Z-Packs Nero. Now, I'm going with the guys from Z-Packs, and I've been using nothing but Waymark packs for the past year, but I thought it was kind of mean to go to Scotland and not take a Z-Packs pack when I'm going with the guys from Z-Packs. So I actually had my Nero customized a little bit. So this is the Nero that I've used for quite some time. However, I did have some custom features added to it. So typically on the side of the Nero, there's this compression system that had these little pull tabs that were connected to the top. Instead, I have put on these big side straps, so it allows me to roll down and clip a little bit better. On my old Nero, it was a compression strap and it was always attached to the top. Never really liked that, never dug that. So I actually worked with Matt from Z-Packs to do a little bit of customizing on that system. So I changed that, and the other thing that I had them change on my Nero was we actually put load lifters on. So I am a big fan of load lifters, and the Nero backpack does not come with load lifters. It never has. From what I understand, it never will. I just like having a load lifter on my pack because sometimes if I'm carrying a lot of extra food or water and I'm coming out of a town, I like to bring that load and kind of cinch it up onto my shoulders a little bit better to where it doesn't feel like it's hanging off. So a load lifter is something that I always thought that the Nero needed. So I got them to put some load lifters on my pack. So that is the pack that I'll be taking. Aside from that, it is a 38 liter Cuban fiber DCF pack. And then I'm basically taking the same kit that I took with me on the Arizona Trail. So same type of jackets, same type of stuff in my ditty bag. However, I am changing a couple things up, so I figured I would open up the pack and show you guys all of what I am going to be taking with me that is different from my Arizona Trail gear list. If you guys haven't seen my Arizona Trail gear list, I suggest hopping over to the channel, or it's on here if you kind of go back through the catalog a little bit of the stuff on Patreon, and you'll see what I carried on the AZT. So, same tent, same rain jacket, same quilt, same all that, but I have made a few micro adjustments. So, one cool thing that I want to show you guys is I actually finally retired my Enlightened Equipment Torrid Apex jacket because there was like nothing left of it. However, this is a brand new one. It's the exact same jacket, it's the exact same colors, exact same spec, exact same size. I basically had to make me a new one because my old one just wasn't holding on any longer after, God, 4,500 miles. A lot of miles. 4,500, yeah. I think 4,500 miles on that jacket. There wasn't much of it left, so I did finally have them make me a new one that's actually puffy. You can't see through it. I can't actually see through it. So that's the jacket that I'll be taking to Scotland. It's the exact same jacket. It's just a new one that will actually keep me warm. And then I am actually going to be taking something that I haven't taken in a while on the trail. And by the way, if you guys have any questions for me while I'm going through this stuff or while I'm talking about it, just throw it over here in the comment box and I'll be happy to answer any of the questions on some of this stuff or why I traded it out or any questions. If you guys just have any general gear questions on any of it. So for this trip, because it's going to be pretty chilly and pretty rainy most of the time, I am actually taking a cook system for the first time in quite some time on a trail. And instead of taking my regular Talenti cold soaking jar or the Vargo bot that I used on the PCT, I'm going to use my trusty old Snow Peak 700 titanium mug. Basically, I'll just be using it to boil water and then putting either ramen noodles or potatoes or basically whatever I can find in Scotland in here. We're not going to be doing as big a mile a days. We are going to be resupplying a lot more often. So because of that, I figured I'd take a little bit of a luxury and actually take a cook cup and a cooking stove. So the stove, if you guys aren't familiar with this bag and you don't already own one of these, which shame because it's a great one. You should definitely have one of these by now. I am using the BRS Ultralight stove. So this little guy weighs less than an ounce. It's what I used on the Pinhoti Trail to make my coffee, and it's what I used in the Sierra on the PCT, the BRS Ultralight stove, and I'll be pairing that with my Snow Peak mug and picking up a can of fuel in Scotland when I get over there because you can't fly with fuel. And that is going to be my system. Mainly just because it's going to be chilly, it's going to be wet, and I don't know, maybe I want some hot coffee in the morning, maybe I want a hot meal at night. This trail and this hike is going to be quite a bit different from the stuff that I normally do. We will be doing lower miles during the day, so we will be taking our time. And because we're taking our time, because I'm not in a rush to get an 800-mile trail or a 2,000-mile trail done, I figured I'd take a little bit of luxury and enjoy the finer things on the trail, like hot coffee. So, BRS stove, Snow Peak 700 titanium mug is what I will be using in Scotland. So the first time I'm actually going to be cooking food on the trail in almost 2 years. So that is the plan. You guys have any questions about my cook system, why I'm doing it? Why not just go with cold soaking? Why this stove? Why that cup? Let me know over here in the comment section. If not, I'm going to move on to the next thing. Oh, and by the way, I have this really super thin stuff sack that my Z-Packs tarp came in. I have an 8.5 by 11 Z-Packs tarp, and this is what that came in. So I just kind of threw all my stuff in here. Just kind of keeps it a little bit more snug. Doesn't keep it floating around inside of my food bag. Gotta run, be cool. See you later, Brian, man. Have a good one, bud. I will be reposting this if you want to come back and watch. So, have that. I have my trusty long-handled spoon, and then obviously my food bag to keep everything in. Aside from that, again, everything is pretty much staying the same. I'm using my Thermarest Neo Air pad. I am using my 20 degree enlightened equipment Enigma quilt. I am using my Z-Packs Virtus rain jacket. But one thing that I'm adding to my kit for the first time ever on a hike, the first time ever, and we'll see how it goes, is a pair of rain pants. So these are the rain pants that go with the Z-Packs Virtus rain jacket. So they're the Virtus rain pants. They're made out of the same material. Typically, I carry a pair of wind pants on the trail and tights. Because it is going to be so wet, such a moist trail, it's going to be a little chillier, high winds. I wanted a pair of wind pants that I could wear on a chilly morning. And just in case it's raining, I wanted to make sure I could shed just a little bit of water. And really, it's less about shedding the water for me, and it's more about staying warm. So to me, this is just another warm layer. I'll probably wear my shorts or my tights under them, and then wear these on top just to have a little bit of a warmth barrier from the cold, foggy wind that I'll probably be experiencing most mornings on the TGO challenge. So, rain pants. First time ever in one of my pack setups. You've never seen rain pants in my setups before, because I typically don't like rain pants, but because of where I'm going to be at, because of the environment, and because they only weigh like an ounce more than what my wind pants weighed, I'm going to take them on this trail. Aside from that, in here, in my pack, is nothing new. Sorry, nothing new in here, but a couple other things that I'm going to be adding to my kit and to my setup. I will be swapping out from my Sawyer filter and my knock bag back to, hold on just a second, the Katadyn Be-Free filter. Now this is the same filter that I finished the PCT with, the same one that I used over the last 500 miles. I really dug it, and because I won't have to carry so much water because it is such a wet trail, there will be more water sources. I opted for a little bit more of a convenient lightweight option, so I will be using this instead of my Sawyer filter, instead of my knock bag. It's 1 liter, has the filter in there, everything's nice and compact. It's easy to use, and something that I can fill up very quickly on the TGO. And like I said, I'm just not going to be needing to carry that much water, so this is a better solution for me. So I am going back to this. And then, really the only other thing that I'm changing with my kit is I will be taking my Waymark fanny pack. And then in there is my camera, my Canon M50, my mic, and I added a new lens to my camera kit, and that is this Rokinon 12mm. So I decided that I wanted to, since we're going to be in Scotland, we're going to be in the Highlands, there's going to be a lot of really beautiful countryside. I wanted a lens that could take a really excellent landscape photo. And I've been kind of looking at these for a while. The Rokinon, it's really wide. It has a really low aperture. So, this was just, to me, this was the way to go. It is a manual lens, so it has no autofocus. It's all manual, so definitely old school, but it works on my Canon M50. It's pretty lightweight. Killer little lens, and mainly, like I said, it's for photos. So if you guys aren't following me over on Instagram already, definitely go follow me on Instagram, and you'll be able to see plenty of photos taken with this guy, because that's mainly what I'm taking it for. And really the only other thing that's going to change with my pack setup is a new piece of gear and a new item that I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about, and that is the shoe that I'm switching to. Now, in the Q&A, I briefly touched on the Olympus shoe that I finished the PCT with, that I used for the entire Arizona trail. It was giving me some heel problems. I love that shoe. I love the way it rides. I love the cushion. I love the toe box. But last year when I switched to the Olympus from the Lone Peak, there was a shoe that I really wanted to try and I just couldn't find it in my size, and that was the Temp. So Ultra makes a shoe that's basically between the Lone Peak and the Olympus, and it's called the Temp. So it kind of has that middle of the road ride to it. It has the middle of the road cushion, and it has a nice big wide toe box, and I got some big funky feet. That, paired with the fact that I was getting so many heel problems from the Olympus, I decided to pick up the Ultra Temp 1.5. So this is a complete new shoe for me. I've never used this shoe in the field before. And like I said, basically what it is if you took the Lone Peak, if you widened up the toe box a little bit, and you put a little bit more cushion in the bottom of it, that's the Temp. So I decided to go with these guys. Just one, to try something different. Two, it's not going to be as rough and rocky and gnarly as what the Arizona Trail was. You know, the Arizona Trail and any desert trail is real hard packed trail. So it can definitely tear up your feet. So that's what having the Olympus is really good for. A lot of nice cushion, where I'm not going to need as much of that in the highlands. I'm going to be hiking through kind of marshy, swampy stuff. So having a shoe like this made a lot more sense to me. And yeah, I actually just went for a hike today on a local trail, and I really dig it, which is why it's kind of muddy. I don't know if you guys can see that. Got a lot of mud and it's all falling all over me right now. But yeah, I've liked them so far. They got a really nice wide toe box. So if you guys got big funky feet like me, I definitely suggest trying this shoe, at least checking it out. And I'm pretty jacked to see how this fares out on the trail. Do you guys have any questions about the Ultra Temp 1.5? Do you have any questions about the Olympus? What shoe are you currently using? Let me know over in the comment box. Let me know. Do I add filters, UV examples to your lenses to protect them from high moisture? So yeah, so what I use on the on all my lenses is a variable ND filter. So that's what this guy is here on the front. And what a variable ND filter is, if you don't know, it's basically a UV filter, but I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see it changing? It has about 8 stops in it, so you can actually adjust how much. Yeah, you guys probably can't see that at all. I just saw the reflection. So what it does is it allows you to decide how much light that you're bringing into the lens. So instead of changing everything on your camera, you can actually, with your hand, just dial this, and it how it works basically is it's 2 different shades of a dark filter, and then they come together to create more darkness or less darkness, if that makes sense. So if you guys can kind of see it at an angle here, I don't know if you can see it changing, but it definitely changes. So it will change how much light comes in that lens. So that's mainly what I use. And then I do use some sort of a lens cap for this one. I do have a silicone lens cap to help keep moisture out. But aside from that, I'm just going to be putting everything in Ziploc bags to make sure that all that wetness from the Highlands stays out of my camera lenses and my actual camera. Any other questions on lens or anything? Let me know. Again, let me know if you guys have any questions. Leave them over here in the comment box on any of the stuff that I'm talking about. I'll be more than happy to answer whatever I can about any of this stuff. Aside from that, all of that, we kind of touched on it last time in the gear box. I talked about the hats, and as I showed you in the live Q&A, I finally have my hats made. They're all ready to go. So this is a piece of gear to me. You guys know I always rock a hat. So it's pretty amazing to finally have one of my own signature hats with my own logo on there. Hopefully I'll have these guys available for you soon over on the website, over on Outdoor Evolution. And coming up, whenever I get back from Scotland, I'll be doing a couple gear reviews. One that I wanted to kind of let you guys know about is I've had a lot of questions about this guy, which is the DJI Osmo Pocket. Now for using it for almost 800 miles on the Arizona Trail, I really, really dig this thing. It is an excellent tool for the trail. I know I told you guys last time that I would let you know about it. I will be doing a full review on Outdoor Evolution on this guy. And I'll probably also be doing a corresponding video on my YouTube channel that kind of goes through the specs and shows some examples of how it works in the field. But this is definitely Darwin approved. I think this is just an awesome little camera, an awesome gadget for anybody that's trying to create media on the trail. If you're looking for something lightweight, compact, this thing rules. It really does. So I'm taking it with me to Scotland as well, to be able to get some awesome panning shots and some trail shots and just some smoother footage, along with my M50 for handheld shots. So that is going with me. Aside from that, guys, I am set right now and ready to go. So what would the gearbox be without throwing you guys a handful of pieces of gear that I have collected from some companies? So tonight I want to donate some gear to some of you folks out there. Like it usually works, I'm going to do some gear, and if you are here, let me know over here in the comment that you are the person who I called out to get it. If not, if you're watching this on the repost, keep an eye on your inbox, and I will let you know here on Patreon that you are the lucky new owner of this thing that I am donating. If you guys haven't caught on, I can't call it a giveaway anymore. Oh, I said it. That's why it's called the Gearbox. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. So the first thing that I want to throw your guys' way is a Hydra Blue VersaFlow. Now, right now, these things are completely out of stock. You can't find them on the internet anywhere, apparently. Hydra Blue sent me this as an update. So this is a filter that I used back on the Arizona Trail in 2017. They did a couple updates, made the flow rate better, I think lightened it up a little bit, and just kind of revamped the design. So they sent me one. I just haven't had a chance to use it out in the field. I don't know when I'm going to be able to, so I want to pass it along to somebody out there on Patreon land. So the person that will receive this guy, and again, check your inbox, is going to be John Glock. John Glock, you get a Hydra Blue VersaFlow. So let me put John Glock's name down here. Now, if for some reason one of these people are just recently not become patrons anymore, this stuff will go into next month's Gearbox. That's usually how it works. So keep an eye on your inbox, because I have had a few people that have not gotten back to me. If for some reason you don't get back to me and let me know after a couple weeks, this will go into next month's Gearbox, just to keep it fair for everybody. Yeah, that's just fair. So next up is a Knock Vecto 3-liter water bladder. So you guys know I love the 2-liter. Knock recently put out a 3-liter, so it gives you 1 extra liter. These things are awesome. Actually, the Hydra Blue VersaFlow will thread right onto this. So the lucky person that I will be sending this to is going to be Sean Wiltrout. Sean Wiltrout, you get a 3-liter Hydra Blue VersaFlow. No, you get a Knock Vecto 3-liter water container. So congrats on that. I will send you a message letting you know that this guy's all yours. All right, let me throw this in there, folks. So while I am doing this, and obviously keep your ears peeled just in case you are the person that I call out, why don't you let me know over in the comment box, everybody that's out there, let me know what a new piece of gear that you just recently picked up, that you've been digging. Have you picked up anything new off of one of my gear lists or someone else's gear list, or maybe you have your eye on something, maybe you're thinking about grabbing something? Let me know over here in the comment box. I always love to know what new gear other people are geeking out on and what other people are using and wanting, because sometimes that's how I find out about stuff. Sometimes I find out about, like, this filter because I watched someone else's review or I saw it on someone else's gear list. So let me know over here in the comment box what you recently got or what you're thinking about getting. All right, so the next thing that I want to throw up to send to you guys is this awesome Waymark hat. So really cool brown trucker hat. Mark hooked me up with a couple of these to just kind of give away. Mark's a good guy like that. He just, last time when I ordered my last pack, when I bought my last pack, he threw a couple of these in a box for me to pass them along to you guys. So the person that I'm going to be sending this Waymark awesome meshback trucker hat to is Joe Hunt Jr. Joe Hunt Jr., this one is all yours. Again, keep an eye on your inbox and I will let you know that this one's all yours, and I'll make sure that I get your address so I can send it off to you. Congrats, good sir. All right, the last thing that I have to throw you guys' way tonight is something that I never really did review. You guys know that I got a Waymark fanny pack, but last year in October, there's this really great company called Light AF. I'll let you guys guess what the AF stands for. Light AF reached out to me and noticed that I had never really used a fanny pack and wanted to see if I needed some fanny packs. So they actually sent me 2 of them. One I'm currently still using, currently still messing with, and another one they just kind of sent me as an extra one to do with what I wanted to do with it, to give it away, to donate it for someone else to use it. And yeah, this is it. So it's never been used, it's never been out in the field. This is a Light AF Robic, or also known as Dyneema Grid Stop fanny pack. It's a really nice pack. As you can see, it's nice, got a lot of room in it. It has a waterproof zipper on top. It is seam sealed. So you could get this thing pretty wet and I think it would be good. It has your regular standard fanny pack buckle on there, and then it also has this nice kind of lycra front pocket to put a cell phone or some headphones or a snack or something you want to grab throughout the day. But yeah, really nice little fanny pack. Their quality is really, really nice. I've been checking out their stuff for a while now. They make packs, they make stuff sacks. I used a Light AF Diddy bag on the Arizona Trail that was great. But they definitely make some cool fanny packs. So I'm going to throw this one to you guys. So the person that I will be sending this Robic or Dyneema Grid Stop, whatever the hell you want to call it, Light AF fanny pack is that person, Jerry Cope. Jerry Cope. Jerry Cope, you are the official new owner of this fanny pack. Now, again, I will send you a message, and this goes for everybody. If for some reason you aren't able to get a hold of me and let me know, if you don't get back to me within about 2 weeks of whenever I send you that message, these things will go into next month's Gearbox, just to keep it fair for everybody. I can only reach out so many times, so make sure you're keeping an eye on your inbox if you are one of the people that I called out tonight. If you're not one of the people that I called out tonight, hopefully we can get you something in next month's Gearbox. Next month's Gearbox, I'm going to try to really load up and get a lot of stuff, and definitely start getting it out to some other people out there and more of you guys, because you guys deserve it, because you're awesome and you're here hanging out with me talking about gear. So if anybody has any last minute questions or want to tell me about anything you just picked up or anything for me, there's 5 of you out there. If any 5 of you have anything for me, leave it over here in the comment box. If not, I'm going to get off here and I'm going to go eat dinner and hang out with Snuggles and basically spend the last couple days here in my hometown before I head over to Scotland. Leonidas said, just picked up a fleece hoodie for trail use. Never thought I would end up wanting / needing one. Nice. I'm not really a fleece hoodie kind of guy myself, but a lot of people like them, man. Um, all right, guys, that's the 30-minute mark. That's my dog barking, being obnoxious because people are walking by and she's mean. Um, Thanks, everybody. Hopefully, you had fun. Hopefully, you learned a little bit something about what I'm going to be taking. Keep an eye out on my Instagram account for tomorrow. I will be posting my full gear list of everything that I'm carrying with all the links to all the gear over on my website. So keep an eye out for that link. I'll also post it here on Patreon. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you next month. And until then, go out, play with some gear, get some information. Come back. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, so we can share some gear together. See you guys. Peace.